Hey y'all, welcome to Brandy's Kitchen, where you do what you can with what you've got where you are. Tonight I'm going to do Hasselback potatoes. I've had several people come up and ask me, how do you do them? Alright, we're doing a video. You start with washed potatoes. Honestly, it can be sweet potatoes, it can be Idaho potatoes, any potato you want. I'm going to show you a couple ways to do it. I've done them enough that I don't need a guide. Starting out, I had a guide. Just some simple kitchen knives. I use the fattest end of the knife, lay them out, and I'm going to lay the potato in between there. Make sure the knives are kind of close together, and you're going to want to hold the knives and the potato so that nothing moves. You're going to take your knife and you're going to make a slice through that, and when your knife touches the butter knife down there, you're all the way through. Because for these, you don't want it to go all the way through, because then you're just going to have sliced potatoes. You're going to make another one, and you're going to continue until the potato's done, and they need to be approximately 1/4 of an inch wide. Make them thicker if you like, make them thinner. I like the thicker because when you go to start adding the seasoning and stuff, then you got to get in between all the little fan folds, and that's difficult to do if you got a lot of them to do. Then I'm just going to set this one off to the side. I'll get them all cut before I start seasoning them. Tonight I'm going to do ranch style. Something new, but we're going to do it and try to see. Normally I do just rub them down with some olive oil. Again, it doesn't have to be olive oil. It can be vegetable oil. It can be sesame oil. Coconut oil would be more along the lines of if you're doing sweet potatoes, that would make them taste really good. Butter works well, but it works better if you can make sure you get all of it into the fan folds. And as you can see, I didn't go all the way through. Will be handy here in a little bit. Now, I'm going to remove the knives because they honestly kind of slow me down now that I've done it. I just start going, and you're going to get that, and that's fine. I cook those as well. I just start making my fan folds in here. And for the seasoning, I'm doing dry ranch with the olive oil, and I'm gonna mix them together in a bowl so that I can brush it on. And you can spoon it on as well, and it'll work just fine. You do whatever you can do. Now, we have cooked these on the grill, and they did okay, but everybody likes that crispiness. It's kind of a mix between a baked potato and a fried potato. So I use my air fryer, and I have it set on 400 degrees for 35 minutes, and I already have a round going so that I can pull them out and show you how they're done. If you are a babysitter cook like I am sometimes, you can always come back in halfway through the cycle and take your mix and just brush it onto your potatoes, which I did that earlier, and it just adds a little extra flavoring as you go along, softens them up and everything. Alright, cutting's done. Now I will mix. Like I said, it's about half a cup of oil to probably 1/4 of a cup of the dry ranch. And I dump it in there. Take my brush. I like this brush. It came with a barbecue kit that we had. David didn't like it for obvious reasons on the grill because it's too short, but I use it all the time in the house. Now, you'll just start with your potato, and you'll open up your fans there and just start kind of dabbing it in. And the reason I like this brush so well is it's got kind of a hollow spot in between the brushes. That allows me to soak up a little bit more of whatever marinade or sauce or juice I am using, which puts more where I need it. Now here in just a few minutes, you'll be able to see what the potatoes look like when they come out. According to the air fryer, they've got about 8 minutes. See what I mean by sometimes the fans are very difficult. And then I take them and I do the bottoms because they do crisp up as well. I'll put it on my little air fryer grate. If you're baking them, you can just put them on a cookie sheet. Again, probably, if I'm doing the oven, I would do probably 350, and they'll probably take about 50 minutes. Again, checking as you go along because some potatoes are bigger, some are smaller. Pull the ones off that you think are already done. Sometimes they do get done faster. Just go along here until they're all seasoned. Brush it again and place it. Now my kids love these potatoes. They don't necessarily care for fried potatoes, but they love these. So if it seems like I'm making a lot, keep in mind I have a teenage son who will probably eat 3 of these. Just stop. Sorry y'all, I don't know what happened. The flash went off. She'll just have to make do being able to see what she can see. Ow. They are time consuming though, I will tell you that much. So these are definitely a treat for these guys. Man, they are good. Super good. Honestly, think I could go for a little bit more oil, but let's add just a little bit. It's getting a little dry. So a little splash. Give it a good mix. I am not a measuring cook, by the way. I honestly don't measure anything. I don't keep track of it. I just like jumping in the kitchen and coming up with new things. And sometimes you have to combine things that everybody likes, but then you gotta hide the stuff that nobody likes, like vegetables, just so your kids will eat it. If I wanted to be really sneaky, I could probably puree up some spinach and make some sort of concoction with that, and the kids would never know that they were eating healthy food. Unless they're in here while I'm making it. Which, that's why I always have Abby in here with me, because she doesn't tell them. Now, that is the potatoes, and what I'm going to do is check on these, which they look like they're brown and crisp, so I think I will go ahead and pull them out so you guys can see while these go in. Oh yeah. They look good. Look at that. I'll start these. I use the middle rack, which on normal nights I would be doing all 10 potatoes at one time. Again, 400 degrees, 30 minutes. This is what you end up with at the end. Whoop! Stepped on the dog's tail because he's in the kitchen where he shouldn't be. Look at that. Crispy, but tender. And they are way too hot to try. But thanks for watching. Let me know what you think down below.